Welcome, everyone.
What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I'm just still trying to have that price. Get a yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes. What would you do if you had my life? Work like me, had them stripes. Would you go hard just to have that ice? But I'm just still trying to have that price. Get a yo cooking about to add that spice. Nowadays dudes never had that fight. When it push bill, better burst your pipes.
The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by our merch store. Hey, get promo code USA for 25% off everything in the merch store. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no voice, and guys, me, really real, villain route, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service.
Bing bang. 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 Bing bang.
I mean, short of the Knicks being the first team ever to drop a 3-0 series, the Knicks are one game away from the NBA Finals, the first time since 1999. I was 3 years old. I don't think it's fully set in. I think I need to see the last game go in. I've just experienced the Knicks in so many years and do so many different things. Majority of them be bad, but then there were certain times where there was like, oh, maybe they're good, and then playoff exit. I have to thank a lot of people. There's a long list of people I like to thank. First off, I would like to thank the Detroit Pistons for losing that series. I would like to thank Jason Tatum for forcing it and bringing forth the collapse of the Boston Celtics as we know it. I would like to thank the Minnesota Timberwolves because, unfortunately, I have to now deal with the struggle that is Karl Anthony Towns. And while it is very annoying, while I do like to rip my hair out any chance I get, unfortunately, he's a part of this team and he has aided and contributed. I would also like to thank the Dallas Mavericks. Last but not least, the Dallas Mavericks. Because some time ago on this very show, I came out and I gave the worst take I have ever said, ever, in person, ever. And that was that I did not know about the Jalen Brunson thing, and I didn't think it would amount to anything, and it would be horrible thing to say. Bad on me, awful announcing. If somebody goes and actually finds the footage, awful announcing, because Jalen Brunson will most definitely one day have a statue outside of Madison Square Garden. And he's going to deserve it. And if he by some way, I don't know what pulls this off, he will be the greatest Knick ever. And I feel comfortable saying that. With that being said, one more game. And I also still am not excited for the finals because I think the Knicks have a very, very huge uphill road in the finals to actually winning. With all that being said, Lonte is here with me. Lonte, what's going on?
Yeah, man, doing good. This will be quick for sure, just like the series. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, very much so. We are going to get into it, the game, the recap, all of it. But first, hey, we're brought to you by our merch store. From now until July 4th, you can get 25% off everything in our merch store. All you got to do is use that promo code USA, store.sportsgamblingpodcast to get in that merch store, but promo code USA for 25% off. All right, Lonte, game 3 happened. The New York Knicks did go out and get the win. It was by a final score of 121 to 108. Cleveland tried to show some fight. There was a point where they lied down in the second half and just took the lashings that were coming to them and realized that, yeah, we have no hope for this series and it's all over. What were your thoughts, game 3?
It was, I thought it would be. It ended the way I thought it would end, but the beginning did not start how I thought it would. With the Cleveland Cavaliers coming out with no real urgency, they played hard, but they couldn't sustain it. Mitchell went back to the locker room for a couple of minutes. Harden was a no show. I mean, they just didn't show any type of. I mean, they didn't show really anything to make you want to even look to bet them in this game. I thought the Knicks handled business from probably about the 6 minute mark in the first quarter. I think that's when the kind of game turned around. And I mean, it's just the Cavs, are who we thought they were. Just not, it's a bad matchup for them. The physicality of the Knicks is wearing them out. Mikal Bridges is shooting lights out. That Landry Shamet lock for 6-1 got there. Like so, it's all Knicks right now. It's nothing that the Cavs can do. They submitted. They made them submit. And we talked about this before the series started. Cleveland is not a mentally strong group. They don't have mentally strong players. We've seen it time and time again. I think it's just showing up just as we thought it would right now against a really tough, mentally strong team in the Knicks. So yeah, it wasn't really much that I thought like it. It wasn't any X's and O's. It wasn't anything other than the Knicks just being completely dominant after that first, you know, I guess 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I talked about it in the first 2 games when the Knicks offense wasn't good. And I said, Knicks team total over. I think the Knicks offense is going to come alive in this game. And they sure enough did. They went and shot 39% from three, 56% from the field. Like you talked about, Landry Shamet had a game. Bridges does what he does and just consistently finds himself in the right place at the right time, going out, getting easy buckets. Brunson did Brunson things, some free throws late, gets him to 30. Cat does enough. OG was good. Like the offense just continued to go out there, hit shots, be productive, and they couldn't keep up. They couldn't keep up. I don't even think the Cavs really offensively had a horrible, horrible game. It was just more of they could not keep up with what the Knicks had going on. Every time you look up, the Knicks are hitting some 3-point shot and extending the lead. Like it's to the point that they just lied down. And like that's the Knicks offense that I was expecting to see in the whole series. The first 2 games I felt like were kind of the anomaly. This is the Knicks offense I was expecting to see, and the Cavs were supposed to win game 1. This would not have looked as bad on paper as it is right now if they held on to the lead that they had in game 1, and that was their chance. That was the one game that they were going to win in the series, and they blew that one. I think this is over. We can go ahead and get into the breakdown. Game 4, line set at Knicks laying 2.5, 217.5 is the total. I'm sorry. I think that it's over. I really, really do. And It's just by the tune of how many points. Any fight that I think Cleveland has in the game, honestly, I think they have it for 3 quarters. But I talked about it over the course of the whole season. I talked about it over the course of the playoffs. Talked about it in this series. I talked about it earlier. When it gets to the fourth quarter, I don't trust them to show up. I don't trust them to have a good enough fourth quarter where they can mess with the Knicks. If the Knicks have shown, no matter how big any lead is, 22 points doesn't matter. No matter how big any lead is, when they get to the fourth quarter, they can walk you down. They can go out there and get a win behind Jalen Brunson. They have the attack. They have the game plan. Like, even if the Cavs can force them into somewhat of a close game here, the Knicks are going to take over in the fourth quarter and win behind the back of Jalen Brunson. They don't have an answer for him. Their answer is not to have James Harden out there, and they're not going to do that. So I think they're done. I mean, it could be a blowout. Maybe the Knicks go out there and just have this crazy offensive game and they can't keep up again, sure. But like, Cleveland's done. I think that any hope, any push that they were going to have, they were giving it in game 3. Now it's just one more game before we go to Cancun. So I'm all over the Knicks here. It's no question for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, it's just not really about anything other than the Knicks withstanding that early desperation that they're going to be throwing, that the Cavs are going to be playing with. Um, as long as they can sustain that, I think they'll be fine. Even if they don't, it'll just be a little bit tougher. But I think they'll be able to overcome it from that standpoint. Obviously, we saw Donovan Mitchell lead the game. Which is what we touched on earlier. Like, he's not really healthy. He's just kind of out there, gutting
Mm.
it out. But I mean, I don't know how, other than just saying, "Hey, I'm going complete contrarian." I really don't know how you can go to the window and bet the Cavs. I mean, it's just I really just I don't see anything that you can scheme up. I don't see anything that you can change lineup wise. Like, they got no answers. They got no answers. They're down 0-3. I think this will be a similar spot. I mean, just a similar spot to what they were in with they played Philly. They came out, and I think Philly put up a decent effort early, but then they weathered the storm. I think Mike Brown, he did a great job of utilizing his timeouts and not allowing their 6-0 runs to turn into 12-0 runs.
Hmm.
He does that really well. Well, he has been in the playoffs. I won't say in the regular season. I didn't watch like all the Knicks games, but in the postseason, he's done a good job of not allowing 6-0 runs to turn into double digit runs, and that kind of recharges him, resets him. OG's getting healthier and healthier. He's looked better and better as the series has gone on. Um, I think they ended in emphatic fashion. The only the only issue I will have, I mean, I probably can say, is that the Knicks just don't shoot it well, and the Cavs shoot it well. Like, they have an outlier performance, and then the Knicks also have a outlier performance as on their win streak. But that's the only way I can see it. I mean, to be quite honest, I mean, the James Harden problem is not going to be solved with the scheme. It's not. It's going to be solved with effort, and we see he's just not. I mean, down 2-0 at home, you saw the max. That's the max effort that you're going to get. Like, in any
Yeah.
game, that's
Yep.
the max effort. Half of the team is probably checked out. The other half is probably maybe giving a fight. But you got to have all guys. All guys were in down 2-0, coming back to play at home, and they couldn't get it done. So I got no faith in them to get it done here. I like the Knicks to get it done. Um, if you want the Cavs early, cool, but just not me. But I think the Knicks will end up. It's either gonna. This is how I look at it. Either the Knicks are gonna blow them out, or the Cavs are gonna win. I don't think it's gonna be any in between.
I don't even think, man, I can't even agree with that because you tell me that the Cavs are leading this by some 8 points going into the fourth quarter. I have to assume that the Knicks are going to be able to make up that margin and
I mean, if they
just
go.
start headhunting. It gets to a close game and then they just start headhunting James Harden.
Yeah,
Like, you could see, like, they were even like, yo, all right, is James Harden switching? Oh, no, he's not switching. Okay, OG, here's the ball, or whoever it is, here's the ball. You go at James Harden, you get a bucket. Like, they are they have the game plan for the fourth quarter, and unfortunately, the personnel is not going to change for the Cavs. So, like, what are you supposed to do about it? James Harden is not going to just become this ultra magical defender and start getting stops in the fourth quarter and save them. Like, you have to tell me that Cleveland goes out there and has some crazy shooting day, and the Knicks can't buy a bucket, and the
If
Knicks just say it.
18 threes and the Knicks go, 30% from three, then yeah, they can win. But I mean, you're relying on an outlier performance. You know what I mean? So it's hard to bet. That's hard to put money on an outlier performance. And if that's saying a lot, if you're requiring a team to have that kind of performance to just win a game, like
Yeah.
even if they do that, they still. I mean, the Knicks still might be in position to win that game. You know what I mean? So
All right, we'll get to the total and player props in just a second, but first, got to talk to you about Bronco Casino and Sportsbook. Tons of great ways to get on the action with Bronco. They got you covered for all the major sports, offering over 100,000 sports markets a month. Bronco's available in 10 states. Wednesdays are for blackjack. Play blackjack on Wednesdays and get 50% of your losses back. Depositing and withdrawing is very easy. Money in, money out. Lightning fast, bank, Apple Pay, even cryptocurrency. So get a free $5 and purchase match up to $100 at Bronco using promo code SGPN. That's BRACCO, Bronco, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Pick higher or lower your favorite players' fantasy stats, and you can get an increased payout over there at Underdog Fantasy. 2-pick entries now pay 3.5x. 3-pick entries now pay 6.5x. We'll do an Underdog lineup at the end of the show, so make sure you stick around for that. And hey, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with that promo code NBA SGPN. All right. Total set at 217.5 now. Lonte is going up. I think that we're more likely. I think we're more likely to see the Knicks with the same offensive performance that they put on last game, where they are consistently hitting shots. Because one, I just don't believe in the Cavs defense being that good overall. I think that Jalen Brunson is going to obviously drag a total up in the second half with his continuous onslaught of scoring in the second half. And the Knicks just continue to hit their threes and hit their shots and create turnovers. And Bridges is getting very easy layups in the backcourt and stuff like that. Like the Knicks offense, it rolled in that third game. I think they roll again because I think that's more the norm of what the Knicks have been doing over the course of the playoffs rather than the debacle that we saw in game ones and game two. So at the very least, I think the Knicks still score. Maybe Cleveland, keeps up, does enough on their part, gets you to the over 217.5. But I like the Knicks team total over.
yeah, I would go over the full game. I'm just going to assume that the Cavs are going to have a quality game as far as shooting the ball. The Knicks, I'm not worried. The Knicks can score. Like I kind of agree with you with the team total. Like the Knicks can score really efficiently. I mean, I think I saw something. I didn't fact check it. I just saw it and thought it was interesting that the Knicks have one of the best offensive ratings over their win streak in NBA history, um, and that's with OG not really shooting the ball well. Cat being, I mean, Cat's fine, but he's just not putting out the offensive efforts that he's probably going to have to put out in the finals. So I would go over. Thinking both teams, they're going to play with a little bit more pace. The Knicks are, getting up the floor a little bit more in this series, trying not to go against that double big lineup in the half court. So, yeah, I would probably go over, thinking we see a little bit more pace. And obviously, it's an elimination game, so it's kind of like, look, we got to go out swinging. So I wouldn't be shocked if they take 50 plus threes. You know what I mean? To just try to see what sticks to the wall.
All right, player props. What you like?
Yeah, I like Cat. Do you know how many 20-point games Cat has had in the postseason?
In the whole postseason?
Yeah.
Well, none in this series, I don't think. We got who was that? Atlanta before? No, Philly. Philly, he had a couple, I think. And Atlanta, let's say 4.
Yeah, exactly 4.
Hey.
Exactly 4. 3 of those were in the Philly series. We're in the Atlanta series. So he's only had one since, and that was game 2 of the Philly series.
Okay.
And I think it may be a little bit by design because you saw his assists go up. But yeah, I like his points over. I think it's a little bit too much like adjustment. 16.5 is a little bit too low. Um, I think he'll be more assertive, kind of free up Brunson to do his thing in the fourth quarter if they need him. But hey, I like Cat to kind of get it done on the offensive end. If you want to take like PR, I'm fine with that. But I mean, he's really been kind of hot and cold with the rebounding. Um, so I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the points over 16.5, and give me Josh Hart over 11.5. RA. I mean, typical. It's at 11.5. So I mean, he's had 14, 11, 11, and a 9, 14, 13, 14. Like so, he's crushing this right now, and I like the way that they're using him as a basically in the Draymond role as the dribble handoff guy or the screen setter who's bringing this guy up, and they can't let Brunson. They have to play up on the pick and roll, so they can't they can't play drop coverage and allow Brunson to get to his mid range. So those are the two that I really like.
I will take Cat. I will take him on the assist to go over 4.5 assists. I saw it a lot in that last game in game 3. I really liked it. Cat being the initiator of offense and running the offense through Cat and allowing him to make the plays. He's been very good in hitting those backdoor cutters and getting them the ball and making the right read. So he's been over 4.5 assists in 9 of his last 10 games here. So I'm going to be over Cat to go over his 4.5 assists there. Yeah, OG's been really, really good and getting better every single game of the series. I'll take his over points, rebounds, and assists. Just have OG fill up a stat sheet and does everything we need him to do. Just one of the more consistent Knicks that we've had, honestly, on the team. So I like OG here. Like you said, he was hurt earlier in the series, but he's gotten better, better, and better. He had 32 points, rebounds, and assists in that last game. I think he goes over 22.5. That's a play I like. And 2 plays that I haven't really talked about all series, too. So, of course, everybody knows I'm playing Jalen Brunson. What else? Anything else? You got anything else?
I would look at the shooters again, like we did on the last show with Merrill and Struess. Like I said, I think the actually only way that they could be, somewhat competitive and fight is if they hit, close to 23s. And to hit almost 23s, you got to take at least like 50 plus. So I can see those shooters having good days.
I don't know. My fear on the Cleveland side of things
What
is
did
that they might lie down. And maybe it is good to take the bench players because they might lie down.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what did they go. So I'm looking right now, and I mean, Struess was 4 for 11. That's good enough. Merrill 2 for 4. So they went 6 of 15. That's not bad. I would maybe look at Schroeder if you're thinking about bench minutes. He's a spark. He didn't play a ton, but if they're going to be a blowout, then Schroeder will get the minutes. But I think Max and Sam they shot the ball okay. So I will look at them.
Brendan, very, very poor sport in the chat. OG looking like he ready for an injury under OG. Brendan, I thought we were better than this, man. What's going on? This is sickening. We're wishing injury out here. I also brought it up because if OG actually does get injured, I will be immediately coming to Brendan. Immediately. See, he's a Raptors fan. This is what it is. He's a Raptors fan. That's why. That's what it is. This is personal. This is personal, Lonte. This isn't even about business. Brendan's making this personal. It doesn't have to be personal, Brendan. It doesn't have to be personal at all. All right. We gave you, that was the play prop. Say, before we get to lock, dog, prop, and underdog lineup, gotta talk to the people about Kalshi, real money prediction market, legal in a ton of states with a ton of different trading options on Kalshi over there in the NBA, WNBA, MLB, and Hey, NHL as well. New Kalshi customers get $10 when they use that promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, the official data tool for dominating in NBA, MLB, WNBA, and golf. Hey, Rhythm's models can help you cash in big, or you can build your own models, play around with sliders, and create. You get a 7-day free trial over there at Rhythm to tail their models. Go lock in with them. Promo code SGPN. When you use that Rhythm promo code SGPN25, I'm sorry. When you use that over there at Rhythm, you'll get 25% off your first month. That is promo code SGPN25. Remember, that's SGPN25 over there at Rhythm for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use that promo code SGPN25. All right, here we go. Lock dog prop. Lonte, what do you like?
Yeah, give me that over for the lock. The more I thought about it, the more I think that this will be more so kind of, you know, last game of the AAU, circuit, last day of school feeling. Like you're gonna have a lot of pace. You're gonna just do whatever, not do whatever you want, but you're gonna play a little bit more freer. The Knicks know that. I mean, it's essentially they're going to the finals, and I can only imagine they probably want to save some lives and some, police officers some time, because if they were to lose this game and close that game out at home to go to the finals, it's already gonna be crazy enough. But Jesus, it'll be
Mm-hmm.
insane, man. It'll be insane. But part of me wants to see that actually. But yeah, I think that the over is a good play. So give me the over on that. For the dog, give me Cat 20 plus points. We talked about it earlier. Hasn't had a 20-point game since the second game of the Philadelphia series. I think he comes out. I think he's going to be assertive early. I would look for him to take a little bit more threes. He's playing more on the perimeter this series, so why not take him? I mean, he does the pump fake and it just kind of goes by him. But I think he can be effective if he shoots the ball. So they're giving him some space. He can shoot it. So maybe look at his threes as well. For the prop, somebody said it in the chat, man. Mikal Bridges over 21.5 PRA. And he's getting over this with just points alone. So I mean, self-explanatory. He's playing at a high level right now. He's probably, if I was him, I would go back and like retweet all of the tweets before saying that I should be traded, and you gave these. I would just do some crazy stuff like that. But again, trying to keep the vibes high. But yeah, give me Mikal Bridges. We've been on that all series.
Mm-hmm.
No need to reinvent the wheel here. So Mikal Bridges as the prop over 21.5.
All right, I like it. Lock. Knicks team total over 109.5. Sorry, way too many, way too less of points. And I mean, it's not their fault, but they're not moving the total high enough. I think the Knicks are going to go out there and still look really, really solid offensively. Over 110.5. I'm sorry, 109.5. 110 is what I need. So over 109.5. Knicks team total. Dog. The dog, we will outline the Knicks over, because I'm just very positive the Knicks are going to win the game. And I do think Cleveland is going to lie down. And the outline did good for me in the past. So we'll go Knicks by 6.5 plus 155. And for the prop, just so I go head to head with Brendan. Oh, wait, no, you already pulled an OG thing. I don't want to add extra OG onto it. I like my cats.
No, I went Bridges. You can go OG. I didn't have anything with OG.
Oh, okay. Then because the cat assist is a little juiced. So let's go with OG. PRA. So I can go head to head with Brendan. 22.5. I will take the over there. And for underdog, I will throw my cat assist play higher. Cat 4.5 assists. We'll go ahead and toss that into the underdog lineup. Lonte, you got to play.
You want to
Are you still? Oh, Oh, there we go. There we go. I got you now.
You
All
want
right.
to throw
What'd
in
you say?
Bridges? You want to throw in Bridges?
Which British play you want to put in there?
Let's go PRA. I like that.
All right. Bridges on the PRA. Oh, higher 21.5 PRA for Bridges. And then we need a bring back player for the Cavs.
Go Struce.
Struce threes.
Yep. Go Struce threes.
I think he took 11. I think he took 11 last game.
He did. He was 4 of 11.
Yeah. All right. Struce higher. 2.5 3-pointers made. So we'll go Karl Anthony Towns higher 4.5 assists. Max Strus higher 2.5 3-pointers made. And Mikal Bridges higher 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That's going to be 6.17x. $100 get you $617 over there. Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Lonte, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
That's it, man. Everybody enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Your Memorial Day. The weekend's over. But yeah, man. Hopefully, I'm rooting for more basketball. Like I forgot who said it in chat, but yeah, more basketball. But I feel that we're going to be wrong. This is going to be over real early.
All right. He's at XX Lonte XX on X. I'm at really real __. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA, youtube.com/NBA Gambling Podcast, and give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you get your podcasts. With that, there's it. We have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending podcast just standard like this. We are